Well, the offense has obviously been a struggle. What do you think you can do better to make up ground on them?
We just have to wait for the right shot, really. We want to get even with them, but too often we try to do it all in one trip. If we stay patient and keep waiting for that can't-miss shot, yeah, we'll be all right.
Thank you for your time. This one far from over, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris. We'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
Okay, guys, let's focus and get down to business. Now, here's a few things I took away.
Thanks again for joining us. Kevin Harlan here with Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke. Our special Martin Luther King Day presentation of the NBA.
Gordon playing very well. 12 points. He's done a little bit of work behind the arc. He's got a pair of three-pointers.
Well, the defenders have that in the back of their minds now, too, so they're going to close out quicker. That should allow him to use the drive if he wants.
Gordon is the 2 with Evans playing small forward. Jeff Withey is out there with Davis, and it's Holiday in at the guard position. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Monty Williams.
And he's having all sorts of problems with his shot.
I'm not sure he even has a shot right now, Steve, to be quite honest. Not a reliable one anyway. Tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
Ah, that's bringing it down hard. Clark, bring it down hard, my brother. And Chicago has possession, following the score by New Orleans. Butler on the wing. Pass to Rogers. The feed to McDermott. He dishes it to Butler. Here's Rogers. No good with the triple.
Unfortunately, that's been the result for him over and over, guys. He just cannot find the bottom of the basket.
And Davis, here we go. Evans dishes to Gordon. The basket good off the assist from Evans. And now an 11-point New Orleans lead.
And what jumps out at you guys, the assist totals. I mean, they have been dominant in that category. It's the ball movement, the player movement, a great rhythm to their offense.
Clearly seems to me a different mindset between these teams.
Here is Rogers. 5 points in the game. Gibson setting a pick for Butler. Here's McDermott. And again, no good by Chicago.
Been a cold spell for them coming out of the half, missing their first 3 shots. A tough start.
Puts up the baby hook. Butler with the block. Here is Rogers, averaging 18 points a game. Now the dish to McDermott. Deflects the pass and stolen by Gordon. Here's Evans. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And no question, he got bumped on that shot.
Definitely no room for discussion on that one.
Pelicans shooting their first free throws here for the night. New Orleans making some changes here. Bogdanovich comes in for Eric Gordon. And it's Norris Cole in for Drew Holiday. Quincy Pondek is checked in for the Pelicans.
And a moment to check out Norris Cole here. How this season has been coming along for him. He's averaging 7 points per game, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds. Looking at those numbers, you'd probably say, yeah, that's about what we'd expect out of him.
Which isn't really what any player wants to hear. I mean, you don't want to meet expectations. You want to underpromise and overdeliver. You want to exceed expectations, and maybe we'll start to see him do that shortly.
Now here is Davis. And he gets it to go. They got on this roll a while ago, and they just haven't looked back.
Guys, they've had a solid start to the second half offensively. Gotten good looks, and they've made 3 out of 4 of them.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Feeds to Snell. He kicks it to Rose. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And again, no good by Chicago.
He's playing selfishly now, guys. He's just trying to get as many shots up as he can. Doesn't look at all concerned about his teammates.
Here's Pondexter. And Cole kicks to Pondexter. Here's Bogdanovich. He's covered by Rose. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Yeah, the defender draped all over.
Pretty plain and simple. Got him good there.
The belt.
Make your threes.
Numbers for this club.
Let's go, you're up.
My time.
Bulls trail by 12. Rose kicks it to Noah. Evans with the steal. Butler with the block. McDermott, no one around him. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. McDermott's got his second basket of the night. Here's Holiday. Shot is off. And as we end the third quarter, for joining us, Kevin Harlan here with Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke. Our special Martin Luther King Day presentation of the NBA. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Well, we might as well call it the State Farm play of the game. This was just a marvelous piece of coordination between two teammates, completely in sync on the alley-oop.
On the court for the Bulls, getting this fourth quarter started. Inside, Gibson and Noah. Butler and McDermott filling out the perimeter. And it's Rogers in at the point. Clark, the coach, was really passionate in that last huddle, trying to do everything he can to get his message across.
You know, and I'm not sure what he wanted exactly, but he did it with enough fire that I'm guessing he's not going to be happy with any lapse in execution. I mean, he made his point pretty quick.
And the basket by Gordon.
Wow, he was just wide open there. That's way too easy.
Bulls trail by 10. Here is Rogers. Gibson against Anderson. Clock at 6. Here's Rogers. It's Chicago with another bucket.
They're on track here in the second half after their less than impressive first half. I mean, I think they came out with some tired legs to start, but they've turned it around. They found some energy, and they look a lot more active and engaged.
Davis with a screen on Butler. There's a screen. Gordon goes in. The rebound by Gibson. Gibson's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Pass to Rogers. Noah with a screen on Gordon. Dishes to Noah. Here is Rogers. Noah the screen. Shoots off the screen. Second chance shot, and that one's good.
Okay, that's more like it. A nice job here in the second. I mean, their field goal percentage is way up compared to what they did in the first half, where they shot a very low percentage. It actually was just above 30%.
And he gets it to go.
The defense has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
Boy, I'd like to know how many of their attempts have come from inside 5 feet. It seems like everything is right at the rim.
And the Pelicans making a change here. Rogers. Pelicans leading by 8. Here's Holiday, and Gibson with the block. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Gibson with the screen on Holiday. Here's Rogers, and it is flushed down with a nice jam. That could give him a huge injection of energy, Clark.
And Kevin, that's exactly what they need right now. They've got to close the gap.
Forget about that for a second. How about the burst to the bucket for a point guard? Boy, he can power those down.
And that's out of bounds. New Orleans will retain possession.
That was an awfully risky pass, guys. Lucky it didn't wind up as a steal.
Well, it nearly did wind up as a steal, but no harm done in the end. They hang on to possession.
Holiday gets the bucket.
Late reaction from the defense, and he's always going to make good on that.
Here is Rogers. Noah with a screen on Holiday. Into Noah. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Withey's got 8 rebounds in this game. Holiday with it. Now defended by Rogers. Rogers against Holiday. Over to the left wing. Here's Bogdanovich, and he gets the bucket.
I'll tell you what, it's a huge plus to have him making shots like that.
Rogers against Holiday. Rogers passes to Butler. Goes up at the stripe. That one bounces around and comes back out.
Not much production from him, and it's hurt his team.
And Holiday, here we go. Evans outside. 6 on the shot clock. Takes it from 10. Another one falls for New Orleans. There's 1:54 left to play in the final quarter. Here is Rogers. Noah with a screen on Holiday. Rogers. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Check out the game for money. He has 9 points and also a block shot. You know, as tremendous as his stats are, what I've liked most is just the effort he's put into this game.
Yeah, it's really been something, Clark. The energy that he's brought. He's worked his tail off at the offensive end and first guy back defensively as well.
Gordon's checked in for New Orleans. And he's going up for the alley-oop. Kicks to Gibson. Some nice ball movement by the Bulls. And again, Chicago, no good.
He's still looking for his first three-pointer of the second half after making just one in the first.
Holiday dishes to Gordon. Back to Holiday. Down low. And stolen by Butler. Here is Rogers. There's 57 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Holiday with an offensive effort.
And now just watching the clock wind down and what will turn out to be a win here for the Pelicans.
And the big difference here was accuracy behind the three-point line, Clark.
Well, they started spraying them from deep, and then it spread out the defense, and they had all the looks they wanted.
And you can mark this one down in the W column. It'll mark their 23rd of the season.
A little bit closer to the win now, and they'll be halfway to a sweep of the season series once they wrap this one up.
That's right. It's just a 2-gamer since they're in opposite conferences, and you can bet they'll take the same approach right into game 2 that they had tonight.
It always takes someone stepping up, and that happened here as we got great numbers on the board. He was doing everything right, and the points seemed to come in bunches. He definitely had the hot hand.
Here is Rogers. Noah the screen. Rogers passes to Noah. Takes a 3. No good. So New Orleans.
Tyreek.
What's up with them?
They got traded
When?
today. That's the league, man. We cogs in the machine.
Dang, man, that's cold-blooded. Man, we sweat with them. We went to war with them. They just gonna throw them out like yesterday's news? That's it? I might as well say bye while I got a chance. Hey, hold up, y'all. Hey, man, I'm sorry to hear about that. Y'all keep your heads up, all right? Ball out.
I'm sure you've all heard we're gonna have some new faces around here. We all know that change is part of the business. Your job is to make the new guys comfortable so that the transition on and off the court is seamless. We rise and fall as one.
Yo, super glad you're here. We're a tight group.